Okay, hello everybody, this is an update video. Today's date still August 11, 2015. And what I'm going to do is, this is going to be a raw video. Title this video by its upload date. Learning Disabled Woman, still being gang stalked on a fever scale. Something along those lines. Okay, hello fellow viewers. What I'm going to do right now is just talk to you a little bit about just an update video concerning what's happening still towards me every day, everywhere I go. Now, you can please go to the videos in this YouTube channel to get an idea what's happening to me, so I don't have to regurgitate all the details, which can be cumbersome on the ears of my regular viewers, and it will save me video time on my memory card. Now, I've been made homeless as a result of me being a gang stalking victim. The homelessness was created of me in Michigan. So I went to Connecticut from Michigan, gang stalked in Connecticut. Went from Connecticut to San Diego, and I've been gang stalked on every single one of my routes, every single day, non-stop. As of 3 days ago. Okay? Every single day. Now, over the years, ever since I realized what was happening to me on June 9, 2009, I was already suffering from this crime openly for 6 years before I even had a name for it. You would not believe the hellacious hell that I have been through as a result of not even having the name of the crime. But I was blogging and making notations in several email accounts about the stalking that I was experiencing, because as a result of what I was experiencing, it would be very easy for anybody to deduce that you're being stalked as a result of what you're being subjected to, gang stalking methodologies. So you can research this crime in order to be able to see how easy it would be for anybody to deduce that they're being stalked by people they're being basically what gang stalking is in reference to a great majority of the techniques that are brought about against them in reference to the harassment is nothing but organized harassment. I'd say at least anywhere between 92 and 96% of the organized harassment, okay, and the staged events like homeless people harassing between 92 and 96% of the harassment a target endures are just due community members who have been lied to about the target. So you can go to YouTube and type in "listen to a stranger" to see how easy it is to dupe a citizen to do anything for a person who has a appearing position of authority, whether it be a real badge or a fake one. Now, so what I also want to say is that over the years, as a result of my extensive research into this criminality, I've discovered that, hold on. As a result of the extensive research that I have done over the years since June 9, 2009, once I had a name for this crime, every single time I am on the internet researching other targets, blogs, YouTube videos, journalist stories about this crime, anything and everything that's got to do with gang stalking, every single time I have run across blogs and YouTube videos, YouTube comments, blog comments, that individuals are absolutely, including the fact that neighborhood watch groups are brought on board in these expeditions in reference to them participating in gang stalking, whether they're aware of it or not. Now, when we look at the clever lies that are told to the individuals who are used about the target by an individual who's got either a somewhat of a respectable position in the community and or a position of authority like a police officer, a detective, even, well, it's all over the internet that rogue FBI agents who could be attached to these organized crime syndicates, and it is also all over the internet that thousands of targets are just saying the FBI in general is hosting these criminal expeditions. So I will guarantee you right now that I will believe 100% once I have identified, because these perpetrators will get online and pretend to be targets. Absolutely. So what I was going to say is that once I have filtered through information on the internet and people are saying that people are talking about how once I have reasonably concluded that a person on this blog that I'm reviewing or their YouTube video or whatever is a real target, I guarantee you right now, I would definitely 100% believe every syllable that came out of their mouth. okay, in reference to being a gang stalking target before I would believe a vowel or a noun or an adverb that came out of any police officer's mouth. Go to Google and type in police and gang stalking. And I'm not just talking about police, I'm talking about any person who wears a badge and has any type of law enforcement powers concerning anything. Security guards, park rangers. You know, in the last year or so, I've read some information online about how park rangers are told what to do towards a target pertaining to where the target might be at in a park. Now, they'll lie about it. See, what you got to understand here is that this is organized crime in a system at the federal, state, and local level that is perpetrating these criminal expeditions. As a result of these crimes being perpetrated against the target is left completely victimized in them and powerless over stopping it, and powerless over getting help. So, what we try to do then is expose what's happening to us, predict what might happen to us, expose the places and persons identified and the corrupt police officers who at least will not file a police report concerning you being a gang stalking target, even when you got indisputable video and audio evidence. Okay? Absolutely. So, let's just say, for instance, we have, what I'm going to do is throw you out like an illustration of how easy it is for higher ranking individuals that are in the system to influence people that are below them. Okay. Now, there's an extremely great likelihood, I'd say, that probably at least 98% of all law enforcement knows about gang stalking. Absolutely. You can go to YouTube and type in gang stalking bullying on steroids. That is one of many news broadcasts pertaining to how gang stalking has been covered on the news. So you'll literally hear Lieutenant Larry Richards from the Santa Cruz Police Department flat out stating that gang stalking's been going on forever, that it's a felony, and that it's even reached out into the cyber world. But if you also turn around and type in gang stalking and police, look at how many Google generated numeric responses come up. Look at the blogs and YouTube videos of victims, okay, journalists who talk about how the police has been used in gang stalking expeditions against the target. Now, so, let's look at how, let's say that a captain, lieutenant, detective, person in internal affairs, whatever, they're part of these crime syndicates in reference to these employment descriptions. Now, when you look at how they can give orders to just regular sergeants and regular police officers, you know, police officers that have not yet moved up in the chain, when they're tracking a target in real time at all times, because this is how they prop up the harassment towards a target, the assaults, the staged arrest, the intentional, deliberate, criminal petitioning the target in a county mental health or an area neighborhood hospital psychiatric ward, which is part of gang stalking. It's all over the internet that it is. Google it. The point being is that when you look at, like, say, once they make a target homeless, and they gotta survive, because they know that all human beings have to sleep. A park ranger a few days ago suggested that I go to a woman's shelter. So after his little lying ass, I caught him in a lie, flat out lie, right on video and a tape recorder. Literally, I haven't uploaded it yet because it just happened 2 days ago and I haven't been in the library yet. Hold on. The point being is that when you Google GPS tracking and gang stalking, GPS tracking and organized stalking at Google and YouTube, it's all over the internet that they track a target's cell phone, they can track a target's computer, and then you got the physical covert surveillance of a target, okay? When you look at how, like for instance, I have uploaded a lot of evidence on the internet concerning me being gang stalking, people getting around me and saying, gang stalk, gang stalking, gang stalk, gang stalk, oh my god, gang stalking, gang stalk, suck my you know what, gang stalk, gang stalking. To give you a flat out in your face direct illustration that this has been caught, go to YouTube and type in learning disabled woman exposes gang stalking in Yucca Valley. There's 4 videos. Now, in order for you to see what this is all about, you'll be able to listen to the evidence by listening to the YouTube video, but go into the description of those YouTube videos so you can see why gang stalking is being said around me. I live in La Jolla. I left La Jolla for 1 week in 2012 to go to Yucca Valley, experienced the same exact identical to a T verbal harassment happening around me everywhere I went in Yucca Valley that I experienced here in San Diego County. Everywhere I go in San Diego County. Everywhere. Now, when you look at that evidence just pertaining to 4 videos, okay, of Yucca Valley, you'll see that, well, how could I be gang stalked from San Diego 160 miles to Yucca Valley? Now, I was already on the internet that these words and phrases were being said around me all over my routes in San Diego County before I went to Yucca Valley. I then go to Yucca Valley and it's caught along all my routes, and those are just 4 videos of at least 30 to 40 to maybe even 50 audio files that I ascertained of it being caught along all my routes in Yucca Valley. But there's only 4 videos online pertaining to that whole full week. So, when you look at this realistically, the only way that they knew that I was going there was through cyber surveillance of me at the Biomedical Library in UCSD, the North University San Diego Public Library, and SDSU Love Library, because those are the library computers I was using at that time to look up David Larson's address, a fellow targeted individual, his address, all public transportation routes getting to Yucca Valley, and all public transportation routes in Yucca Valley in order to go to Yucca Valley to go to his house. Now, I went to his house, he wasn't there, didn't work out, so as a result of all what they were, oh my God, you just would not believe what happened in Yucca Valley. On buses, everything. So I just said, screw this, I'm leaving. I went to David Larson's physical address and was told by a lady there that he don't live here no more, who kept begging me for my name. So, I said, well, I got this lady telling me that I'm on private property, that David Larson no longer lives here, even though the address I went to is all over the internet to be his address. During the day, during business hours. So somebody could, I don't know who that lady was, but he's supposed to be at work during the day. But anyway, so I had to go during the day. I don't remember if it was on a Saturday or Sunday or not, to be totally honest with you, but check this out. The point being is that the only way that, and I got at least 1,000 audio files of individuals getting around me every day, repeating the same exact words and phrases everywhere I go in the same exact way, and what they're repeating is gang stalking. They're literally saying the name of the crime that's happening to me. You can also go to YouTube and type in "Learning Disabled Woman catches gang stalkers admitting sent to harass," read comments. Now, what am I trying to say? As a result of being a gang stalking victim, the police will not identify that any of your evidence is evidence, leave you in the victimization of it, and then through the continued tracking of you, they will prop up people around you pertaining to where you're camping at, and use them as a buffer between the target, me, and the police. That way, when the police come and arrest me for illegal lodging and or give me a ticket for same, they can make it appear that they're not the ones who are involved in the tracking of me to this area, so they'll use a third party. And this is how it operates. So, their little whore asses know that I'm all over the internet exposing them. They know that I'm all over the internet exposing evidence. They know they've been caught. I literally caught a park ranger 2 days ago flat out admitting, you know what I said to him? I said, because I sent a bunch of tweets to Chief Zimmerman, SDPD, and of indisputable in-your-face audio evidence, along with some other stuff. Some snap screenshots of text messages that were sent to my phone from the gang stalking perpetrators. Literally. Within 22 hours, they came to my hiking area that was way back in the woods. 2 San Diego park rangers and 3 San Diego police. I played them indisputable evidence, even 2 audio files of the evidence that was sent to San Diego Police Chief Zimmerman, and they denied that it was evidence. But before the 3 San Diego officers arrived on the scene, I told one of the park rangers, I said, you know, you're not going to believe this, but I literally baited you guys to come here by exposing gang stalking evidence online in order to basically, because when you're exposing corrupt cops on the internet, all over the internet, they don't like it. So their way to stop the exposure is to set you up to be arrested and to set you up in court from the arrest or the tickets. And they know that I'm exposing them. They know that I indisputably sent Chief Zimmerman undeniable in-your-face black and white evidence on Twitter. I also sent the same Twitter link of the evidence to the ACLU, a high-profile lawyer here in San Diego, Dan Gillian, and to KTVL or KTLV News 10. Now, within 21 hours, they came to my hiking area. So I said, you know, I actually, what I did was baited you guys to come here by exposing Zimmerman. And he said, well, it worked. Caught on video. Now, that hasn't been uploaded yet because I haven't had a chance to get to the library since the incident occurred 2 days ago. So there's a great likelihood that what they're going to do is prop somebody up. Once I put my tent up, or right before it, they're going to say, I saw a person up in there, I think that she was camping. I saw or heard a person. I saw the person's bike. I saw the person's property. They will prop up anybody to make it appear the police got a normal appearing reason to know where I am so I can be arrested. Now think about it this way as well. When you look at, so go to the Twitter account Exposing Truth. The Twitter handle is at HIGGINS GGGG, all one word. The name of the account is Exposing Truth, one word, Exposing Truth, but truth was spelled wrong. It's spelled THRUTH. One word, Exposing Truth, the @ HIGGINS GGGG. Go and look at the tweets that were posted between, I sent the tweets to Zimmerman, okay, on the 8th. Sent the copy of the tweet link to the FBI. And then the morning of the night, I sent the copy of the tweet link that holds all the tweets to the ACLU News 10 and to Dan Gilligan, a high-profile lawyer. And within a half hour to 40 minutes, they came to my hiking area, way back in the woods, and then caught in a lie. So, what I'm basically telling you is this, is that before I can take this audio and video evidence to a lawyer, to a civil rights office, maybe even to Internal Affairs, which I won't do until a copy's made, basically what I'm saying is they're going to try and set me up probably before the court date in reference to the illegal lodging ticket they gave me on the 9th. Okay? That way they can say, well, you were warned, you were told, no camping in San Diego. Absolutely. Because these are the things these criminal whores do. So, the targeted individual is intentionally kept in the victimization of this crime. Hold on. Until the motivation can be achieved. Absolutely. Which is, but not limited to, human trafficking, illegal syndicated probate control, so the target can be treated like a straw person for federal, state, and local funds, insurance fraud, and human trafficking and voyeurism inside a syndicated run, organized crime group home that is literally connected to the gang stalking. And they get that probate control through corrupt judges who are connected to these crime syndicates in the system, police officers, firefighters, doctors, nurses, judges, lawyers, you name it, prosecutors. They will do anything and everything to make sure my evidence never sees the light of day in court, while they then turn around and use court to entrap me in this probate control. And this is why the homelessness was created to begin with. It's a nationwide syndicate, up and operating in every state in the United States. Go to Google and type in interstate stalking and gang stalking. So I gotta live every day in fear of who's gonna call the cops on me for camping. I'm 5'5.5". I take up in my tent, I got 2 different types of tent. One of the tent is just 6 feet long by 3 feet wide. I go to bed early at night, I wake up about 5 o'clock. Once I go to the bathroom, have a cigarette, wash my face, pull my sleeping bag up, get out of the tent. Okay, I even leave my wallet and everything in my pants so I don't have to waste time putting them, just so I literally go through a lot of discomfort just so I can wake up in the morning and hurry up and take the tent down so I don't get caught. And this is how I gotta fucking live. While people will walk around my camping area and say gang stalking. Now the audio evidence I got is indisputable. It's indisputable. So make sure you look, so I don't have to get out my phone and play it again, because I've already made 3 videos today. All 3 of those videos got the evidence that I played the San Diego police officers 2 days ago. When 3 of them with 2 San Diego park rangers in my physical presence, and they denied that what they heard was what I explained. Individuals yelling gang stalking, gang stalking, I'm gonna fuck you up. That happened in La Jolla on Thanksgiving Day 2013, and then I played them at Yucca Valley. Audio. Clearly, a woman flat out just saying gang stalking, just like that. He said I can't hear it. Total bullshit. And I'm going to tell you something right now. So go to those Yucca Valley, go to YouTube and type in Learning Disabled Woman Exposes Yucca Valley Gang Stalking. Then go to YouTube and Google and type in Learning Disabled Woman Exposes Flat Out Evidence of Gang Stalking. Learning Disabled Woman Exposes Evidence of Gang Stalking. Learning Disabled Woman Catches Gang Stalking. Now the only way, again, that they can be propping up all this same exact identical verbal harassment that is to a T, and the verbal harassment literally includes the name of the crime happening to me every day, everywhere I go, is that if I'm being tracked. So if I'm being tracked for this verbal harassment to be propped up around me every day, everywhere I go, businesses, libraries, university campuses, bus routes, bus stops, even walking and at camping areas. The only way that can be achieved is through the tracking, which then as a result, they then say, well, we know where she's at through the GPS tracking. All you got to do is prop up somebody to act like she was seen or heard, use that person as a buffer between the target and the police, because the buffer they use is either part of the syndicate, a relative, a friend, or somebody who's duped from the community. because the target is lied to. Targets are called drug addicts, alcoholics, prostitutes. Now, we're trying to run this person out of our community and they're not getting the message, so will you be here at this specific time, act like you saw or heard her, call us, we'll come and get her. So go to YouTube and type in "Listen to a Stranger." That video is literally dedicated to exposing gang stalking techniques. You can also go to Google and type in gang stalking and fake bogus criminal investigation files, which is what they show to people they use about the target. Hold on. Hold on a minute. So what I do is I just expose to you what's happening to me. Okay? You would not believe what I'm going through. You just would not believe it. Now, I'm a grown woman. I'm not involved in any illegal or criminal activity whatsoever. I don't do drugs. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't do drugs. I don't drink. I don't steal. I don't sleep around. I don't even hang around one person, because I know that family infiltrations, they'll infiltrate your circle of friends. They'll even try to infiltrate your life to act like your friend, to set you up. So research this crime extensively. It's not stalking by gangs. It's basically nothing but a campaign that is brought about against you by a syndicate in the system that uses anybody in the community through the aforementioned techniques and more. Now, when you go to Google and type in gang stalking creating homelessness of targets, you'll see it's all over the internet that they do it. I got a degree in drafting. I'm 3 college credit hours away from a 2nd degree, and I can get no help. So I'm predicting right now there's a great likelihood I'm going to be arrested for illegal lodging, assaulted, and or my property stolen, and even including robbed and or raped before the 24th of September, which is the date of the court date in reference to the ticket I got 2 days ago. Them coming to my hiking area was predicted that morning in a video. In closing, listen to this. Let me just check my batteries. The morning I woke up on August 9th, 2015, before I even turned on my flashlight, literally, still got the video on the memory card. When I woke up, I had a bad feeling. So I got up my camera. I literally lifted my head and my upper body, waking up. 4 in the morning, literally waking up. I grabbed my camera and I turned it on, and I said, let's see if I'm arrested today or assaulted or anything like that. Okay? So, what I'm basically telling you, ladies and gentlemen, is that I can get no help. As a result, I'm left trapped in this victimization until they can use the courts to entrap me in this probate control. Or what they'll do is say, look, you got an ultimatum. We can offer you these low-income housings. They literally tried to offer me to go to a women's shelter. After they left my physical presence, I typed in women's shelters and gang stalking. You do it too, and look at what comes up. And then another one of their homeless services here in San Diego, the homeless outreach team, which literally they drive around in vans and trucks with police officers of San Diego, tried to get me to apply for low-income housing, but he said I'd be on the waiting list for 2 years. But I had to sign all this paperwork, which they said that in order for me to qualify for that, they got a right to go into my medical and mental history. Okay, to see if I qualify. But check this out. So after I left his physical presence, I typed in low-income housing and gang stalking, and then in a separate search, Section 8 and gang stalking. It's infested. It's all over the internet. It's all over the internet that these are they'll gang stalk you to apartments and motel rooms. Do you really think that, look, when you type in Section 8 and gang stalking, Section 8 and organized stalking, low-income housing and gang stalking, low-income housing and organized stalking, women's shelters, homeless shelters, churches, charities, and gang stalking, organized stalking, 2 separate search per description, organized stalking, gang stalking, it's all over the internet. Because what they're doing is targeting the poor, the vulnerable, single women, single mothers, people on disability, the elderly, single men. You would not believe what they're doing to us targets. You just would not believe it. So I'm making this video today on August 11, 2015, and if I am arrested and or ticketed or assaulted, raped, robbed, okay, arrested for illegal lodging by anybody, especially anybody that's got law enforcement powers of any kind, it would be directly connected to gang stalking. I don't give a flying shit who they use as a buffer. And they're using homeless men because they're easily bought off because they ain't got nothing. They're easily relocated, okay? Because think about this, the cops know why people call them, especially women. So what they'll do through the tracking is set up a homeless man or a drunk or a drug addict to come and assault me in my hiking area to mentally provoke me to call the police, including robberies. That way, they believe I'll be so mad from the event, I'll call the police and they can say, well, what are you doing here anyways? These are the literal schemes. So go to Google and type in homeless people and gang stalking. They'll use anybody and everybody because they're paid off even with charity services. So the money doesn't come out of the syndicate's pocket, so they can turn around then and make money off the target as a result of the effects and circumstances from the arrest and or ticket. They're using the courts. All right, I gotta go. I'm in San Diego, California. This video applies for the next 60 days. Thank you.